Welcome to the Age of Aquarius. This is Amina, your survival guide in the Age of Aquarius. I hope you're doing fantastic. So, this reading is for the 25th of April, 2023. That's Tuesday. So, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, really deep and slow. Just kind of relax, let your body melt back. And blow out all the stress, all the anxiety, and everything out. And let's get ourselves some 528 hertz heart chakra magic in our lives. Here we go. So just really breathe and relax so that you can really take in what's being said in the message. Okay, these readings, they're marked for Aquarius, but that's because we're in the age of Aquarius and everybody has Aquarius in their chart. So these readings will affect you in one way or another. Okay? All right, let's look at this astrology. Astrology. We still have our fire energy that's being crippled. And the moon has moved into Cancer with Mars. This is tropically. And watering down Mars even more than it already was. So the moxie and the get up and go for our fire sign energy is lacking, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's just temporary. We'll just go with it. And soon enough, it'll be all systems go because Mars will enter Leo. And once it does, then all systems go. Right now, Black Moon Lilith is almost identically across from Pluto over in Aquarius on the opposite ends of the zodiac. And so, like I've been talking about, the fire signs aren't acting themselves. They don't have their usual Queen of Wands energy, King of Wands energy. It's like suppressed or Dark Night of the Soul. They're really showing much more water energy than fire energy. And we got the Wounded Warrior in Aries. So Aries might be, especially since we're in Mercury retrograde, might be feeling more nostalgic than rest of the signs. And especially prone to a chip on the shoulder about something that happened from the past. So people returning, it's interesting energy. The thing that is really, really excellent about the 25th is the sun comes into alignment. This is tropically, by the way, with the North Node. That's our future. The South Node is our past. The North Node is the future. We all need to be Three of Wands, looking at the future. What does the future hold, right? And the sun will be at 4 degrees with the North Node in Taurus. So it's grounded energy, and I think it feels very much like your path for the future is solidified. It's like the light shines on it, That's your doorway. That's your gateway. Go do it. Okay? That's the way it feels. Communications could still be problematic and things as long as Mercury is retrograde. So just be very concise, very precise, to the point about everything. Beating around the bush and ho-humming isn't going to get things done. Not right now. And if you're starting a new project, I would maybe start just the preliminary stuff of what you're going to do and launch it as soon as Mercury retrograde is over with, including the shadow phase, because that, especially that shadow phase going in, boy, that's a doozy. But anytime it's in shadow or retrograde is not a perfect time to start something new. Not that you can't, it just might kind of get off to a bumpy start. So keep that in mind. Let's see, anything else really? Not really. The energy's just still floating in that weird thing where one of our legs is cut off. The four legs of the table or the chair. We got our fire energy super. Yeah. They're not doing well, except for Sag. Sag is holding up the whole show for our fire signs. They seem somewhat unaffected by it. Not that it doesn't, because they have the other fire signs in their chart too. It's just Sag is kind of holding the weight of it all right now. So Sagittarius, you happy-go-lucky, fantastic Sages, hold up that energy for everybody. We need you right now. Anyway, yeah, because that happy go lucky Sagittarius energy is just exactly what the doctor ordered, I just heard. So keep that in mind. Anyway, the moon is in Cancer, and it's a waxing crescent, and when the moon is waxing, that means it's applying more light to the surface. That is not a great time for procedures, surgeries, etc. And Cancer represents the stomach, the mucosa, the breast, the womb, and the ovaries. That's the part of the body we're looking at. So those particular areas may be causing, a little trouble for some of you, stomach upset, extra allergy craziness. With the breast, it can be sore muscles or sore nodes. And then, of course, the womb and the ovaries, of course, that can be problematic as far as cramping and what have you. So anyway, keep that in mind. So you might be a little more sensitive in those areas. Yes. And it'll be really interesting because the moon's getting ready to enter Leo in there with Black Moon Lilith on, let's see, that's going to be the 27th. And that's when a lot of the Leos are definitely going through Dark Night of the Soul energy, high stress situations, it feels like. And when the moon comes in there, it makes things that much more intensified. And they rule the heart, aorta, blood pressure, and blood circulation. So, matters of the heart, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that whenever the moon rolls through there, especially with Black Moon Lilith, whenever it's in each of those zodiac signs, there's a special brand of Dark Night of the Soul that happens. And it's, well, a lot of times it's face-offs, conflicts, and things like that. So kind of keep that in mind. Try to stay on the lookout for that and try to avoid conflict, guys. All that you can. avoid it, okay? Um, don't be a doormat, but at the same time, avoid conflicts, all right? So, what are we looking at with the cards? Well, we have a magic prayer and a Knight of Cups. That's fantastic energy. Knights, the Cups energy, we're looking at Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Normally the kings to me are fixed signs, so interesting that this particular card, because I took a little sneak peek before the reading, represents Gabriel, which to me is the King of Cups. And that's the archangel of the North. Interesting. Anyway, let's see. What was I going to say? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, keep in mind these readings are for the collective, and the energy can this energy will touch you in one fashion or another, okay? And it's really a great reading. Okay, so the magic prayer. Speak your prayers. Listen for answers and act in faith. When you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, Thy will be done through me. Thy will and not mine be done. So, in other words, that's kind of like a surrender kind of statement in my eyes, surrendering to the divine and the plan. In other words, the programming of the holodeck, and it's going to be what it's going to be, pretty much, regardless of what you're wanting or what you try to force. Anyway, conscious contact with your higher powers achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. Like I said, it feels like that gateway energy. Like when the sun meets up with that north node, it highlights your new path ahead. And it kind of solidifies it. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured you're on the right path. Now, for those of you that might need to hear this in the reverse, this meaning of this card is self-will that goes unchecked can bring difficulties. Reverse, the magic prayer card is a sign that you mistakenly believe that your way is the only one. Could the path you're on be leading you to a place of regret? Or could you be pursuing something that just isn't good for you? If so, you may be facing a painful lesson. A lonely one, too. Perhaps it's time to pray and meditate on your highest good and the highest good of all. Spirit may have other plans for you. Be assured that they will be better than any you could have dreamt up on your own. Okay. So the gateway. Things being answered, the magic prayer, right? For your path ahead. And it gets answered. It's interesting. Just today, somebody had a prayer answered and it was fulfilled rather uniquely. Things always work out in the long run. That's something that you always have to remember. Even at the bleakest moments, things end up turning out okay, one way or another. All right. Knight of Cups. This is the astrological aspect of Cancer. And yes, Normally, I would look at this as any three of the water signs because the knights are action. The king, the queen, and the pages represent your fixed, cardinal, and mutable signs, right? Mutable being pages, right? And the knights are kind of action oriented. So to me, they could be any of those three. So we may be looking at a water sign here. So you're either a water sign giving an offer or receiving one. But I have a feeling it's making an offer of some sort. The shield is the wheel of fortune. The elements are air and water, and the archangel is guess who? He's part of my team, and he's part of your team, whether you know it or not. Archangel Gabriel. Yes. He's part of the team that answers the magic prayer, right? The Knight of Cups is the celestial seeker of the subconscious. His goal is to bridge the spiritual realm of air with the watery realms of the heart and emotions. He is the Grail Knight, questing for divine love and divine truth. He is sensitive and intuitive with a highly developed imagination. This knight uses his imagination in a creative and magical way, tapping into the deepest parts of his emotions, expanding his heart chakra. And what have we learned on this channel? What have we learned? What can help expand your heart chakra? Boing, 528 hertz will. That will expand your heart chakra beyond your wildest dreams. Sacred love is his motivation. By the way, Gabriel represents Jupiter, and 528 hertz is the sound of Jupiter. Coincidence? We all know there are no coincidences. If you've been around the block a few times, you know there's no coincidences. Sacred love is his motivation. Love gives him angelic wings to ascend toward the source. On his quest, he dives deep, discovering the depths of his inner self. The Knight of Cups tunes into the creative flow of the divine wisdom, allowing his heart chakra to be wide open. He channels inspired creativity from divine love that is expressed in his world. This creativity fills him with heavenly inspired gifts of art, poetry, and writing, which unfolds into the day-to-day actions of living a heartfelt life. The Knight of Cups brings divine visions to the world as a gift from the deepest part of his soul. He encourages humanity to explore and experience their personal connection to divine love. The Knight acts from his heart, from a place of truth with kindness and authenticity. The Knight of Cups glows with deep love that shines out to all that he touches. He is the classic, chivalrous, gallant, and charming knight in shining armor. He is the gentle warrior of love and light. The Knight of Cups is the romantic and a hero of the heart. He sees the beauty of the heart and the soul of everything. The Knight of Cups is the highest example of the idea of the Grail Knights, upholding the noble ideals of love and protection. His strength comes from his deep love and compassion for humanity and Mother Earth. The Knight of Cups challenge is to bring together the heart with the mind and balance with spirit. How do we balance heart and mind and get all these people connected to their heart chakras that are cut off? I mean, just look around. Compassion is sorely lacking. And that's because everybody's disconnected from their heart chakra. This reprograms you. 528 hertz. Make sure you check out the video in the playlist on my channel about the Marian method and how you're going to reconnect Even if you think you're totally connected, it never hurts to connect again. Let's see if we can get some focus. There we go. Never hurts to keep that sharpened up, because I can tell you one thing. My psychic abilities have increased. My physical abilities, which are hypercussive hearing, a hypersense of smell, and sensitivities in general, have heightened, and so has my psychic abilities in turn. So that's a bonus side effect. Also, my sleep is much better than it used to be. Much better. So doing the Marion method has improved, and I've done 9 sessions of the Marion method for myself. And it's amazing what it does for you. And you can listen to 528 hertz that's been recorded or synthesized. It's not the same as getting this physically in your hands. It's kind of like, okay, here's the difference. You could put on a face mask every day, or a certain lotion to help firm up those wrinkles. Or you can actually get a cosmetic procedure surgically and get right to the source, right? Well, think about this. This gets right to the source. Okay? So think about that. Links are in the description to get one. And there's a specific reason why we want aluminum. It's in the numbers. It's in the math. Get one of these in your hand and do the Marion method. You're going to be amazed at the results. I promise you. Absolutely amazed. This is the miracle key. Okay? Anyway, there is a link to Sacred Waves in the description to get that. I'm also temporarily doing personal private video readings, and if you would like to book one, the information is there to do that as well. Okay? Anyway. So, and remember, compassion for humanity. Compassion is sorely lacking. And it's the job of the Aquarius Collective, which is all of you, to open those heart chakras back up and start having compassion for others. It's, yeah, it matters. It matters a lot. Excuse my voice. I don't know what its problem is today. I'm just going with it. The Knight of Cups challenge is to bring together the heart with the mind in balance with spirit. And that 528 hertz will rebalance you. It's basically the lobotomy without the lobotomy. You still get to be you, but it's a reprogrammed connection to the heart chakra so that your right and left brain work in concert with your heart chakra. Because the heart has a brain too. Just take a look at Heart Math Institute. For any of you that want to be enlightened, that your heart actually has its own separate brain. Not kidding. And we need to get all 3 of those working in concert. The right and left hemisphere of your brain and the heart. Okay? It's part of the whole toroidal field thing. Anyway, I digress. Through the stillness of meditation, he is able to bridge these energies, embracing a deeper understanding of his life purpose. If his emotions and intellect become muddled, his actions can bring unrealistic ideas that lack focus, and feelings can turn insecure and temperamental. His imagination can turn illusionary, taking him off course from his intended quest. The Knight of Cups and Archangel Gabriel energies are one and the same. Gabriel speaks to the hearts of people. I hope he's speaking to yours. Gabriel assists in channeling and prophetic dreams. Gabriel symbolizes feelings and the power of love. His element is water. He's a Scorpio. He holds the chalice of everlasting love. Gabriel is the messenger of love from the Creator, the Divine. When the Knight of Cups enters your life, he can indicate a journey over water. So some of you may be taking trips. You may have been wishing for a trip someplace exotic and tropical or something, or just over water in general. Or you may have a spiritual calling to take a journey trip to a sacred ancient place. He brings romantic love. He can represent the coming or going of emotions. The Knight of Cups asks you to follow your heart and to listen to the messages in your dreams. Yeah, whenever you see that Eight of Swords come up in a reading, it's not just feeling bound by mental anguish, but that card also represents paying attention to your dreams. Okay? So, because they'll give you messages in your dreams and give you information. That's how the Marian method came into existence, was because of them showing me in a vision exactly, precisely what to do. Okay? To help everybody. Okay. The Knight of Cups asks you to follow your heart and listen to the messages in your dreams. He indicates heightened psychic abilities, 528 hertz style, prophetic dreams, and out-of-body experiences. It is time for trust and exercising your intuitive thoughts and ideas into your life. Explore your creativity through the arts. The Knight of Cups inspires you to open your heart chakra. He encourages you to meditate, connecting with the energies of the heart and the higher self. The Knight of Cups brings romance, love, and kindness, as well as new relationships, experiences, and proposals. He asks to honor the true path of the heart. Have an open and courageous heart that is compassionate. In the image of the Knight of Cups, the knight rides a beautiful white stallion unicorn. The magical unicorn symbolizes the high ideals that are pure of heart, innocence, and love. The knight holds the Grail cup in his right hand, the masculine action side of the body. So remember that. The right side is male, the left side is female. Okay? Grail cup provides truth and wisdom. The Grail is a symbol of the highest order of spiritual evolution for which the knight quest. The Grail glows with powerful divine life force. The delicate doves decorating the cup are messengers of the divine, symbolize love, peace, and purity. The Knight of Cups' angelic wings symbolize his connection with Archangel Gabriel. On the shoulder armor of the knight is the emblem of the eagle. Yes, the eagle represents Zeus, aka Gabriel, aka Enlil, aka a lot of other names. Representing the highest evolvement of the astrological sign Scorpio. See, I told you he was a Scorpio. Metaphorically, the eagle bridges heaven and earth. The knight's cloak holds the starry ocean of the subconscious. The deep blue of his cloak is the color of the third eye, indicating insight, wisdom, intuition, and clairvoyance. The school of fish swimming around the labyrinth symbolize the many wisdoms to be found on our journey of inner exploration. The Knight of Cups shield, the Wheel of Fortune, is overlaid with a labyrinth. The outer rim is decorated with stars and the cycles of the moon. The labyrinth is an ancient multicultural tool that guides one to the quiet center of the self, allowing a safe and sacred place to connect with the divine. The experience brings a message or a spiritual gift from a magic prayer that one can take back and integrate into his daily life. Now keep in mind also 528 hertz, proven study via saliva testing that this 528 hertz, not only does it improve your gifts and your sleep, but it also lowers cortisol. So if you're in the game for losing some weight, there's your ticket. It also lowers chronogranin A, which is a marker for disease and cancer, for many diseases and cancer. Also, it increases your oxytocin level, which anybody can use that. That's your feel good, everything's grand, I'm doing good kind of hormone that's released in your body, and it increases it. So goodbye to depressive feelings, dark thoughts, etc. When that oxytocin level goes up, you feel better. You're more yourself. Okay? Anyway, like I said, links are in the description. And I did speak with Miss Donna from Sacred Waves today, and hopefully she didn't promise me anything yet, but hopefully we'll get her to come on and talk about the forks that they make and the reasons behind that particular style of fork and why it's important. The divine in the math said it needs to be aluminum, and I'm going with what they're telling me. Like I said, nothing's a coincidence. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Tons of more videos coming. I'm working on one right now with 528 hertz pure fork sound. So you're not getting anything but just pure 528 hertz fork sound. Now that's beneficial, but it's still not going to be as good as this in your hand and applying it using the Marion method, okay? But it'd be great to sleep by and things like that. And I'm working on putting up a video that's going to be just pure 528, nothing extra. And I'm going to be doing that, very soon. I'm just working on how to loop it. The editing programs, they're so much fun. I haven't used them in a while, so anyway, infinite hearts, which is infinite terra, which is hearts spelled backwards, because Da Vinci knew that we were living in an inversion and everything is backwards. That's why he wrote backwards. And infinite gratitude, because pure gratitude, when you get in gratitude mode and you realize what you have to be grateful for, it becomes pure bliss and joy. But I have that pure bliss and joy about you. Infinite gratitude. Anyway, have a fantastic day. More readings coming and a lot more videos on all kinds of fun stuff and things that will help you and the planet. Because this, not only is it going to reprogram you, but if you use the Marion method to do so, you're going to reprogram the planet too. By proxy. Anyway, have a fantastic day. Later, guys.